Okay, so I've been back testing like during this month, right? This is 2024, by the way. So we have this range, right? From this low to this high right here, right? And if you could see the reason why we obviously like expanded higher was because of this TPD right here, right? If you look right here, we have that TPD right here. So I backtested everything right here and it looks like like not high probability, but it looks it looks valid because of Thursday was the day that really like uh invalidated this SMT to take out this low. So that's like the lower time frame, right? So that was um that was really what I was, seeing as, right? But anyways, I digress. So during this week, right? We have obviously bank holiday, right? Let me see if we could give me one sec. Wait, how do I pause? Okay, I don't know how to pause, but yeah. Uh, okay. We have we have bank holiday, right? Let me pull it up. How's November 25th. So around this day right here. So around November 25th, right? We have one, two, three, and then a one. Skipping this day, right? So it will be like a 3-1 split, alright? So if it's a 3-1 split and we see that price already trading into discount, right? We're obviously going to be expecting higher prices, right? So this is just like this specific day, right? We're not like expecting lower price, we're expecting high prices, right? Because we're so close. We're so close to this highs, right? But then if you look at YM already took out this highs and that was like on Monday, all right? So starting from the 25th, right, we're obviously looking for, continuation TPDs, right, during this period of time, right? Because we see that YM already took out this high. We haven't really done anything for NQ, and then we're also like looking for more continuation for higher prices, right? So, like Jacob said, when we have like a fair value gap or something for order flow, we want to be seeing like TB continuation TBDs, right? So, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, I don't think I think like personally, I wouldn't even be trading these days. Wednesday had a good setup, but to be honest, I don't think to build good habits, right? I don't think I will even trade Wednesdays, right? Because day before bank holiday, day after a bank holiday, all of this will be looking like low probability. Day after could give us a good run, depending on 9:30 volatility, right? So what you expect is a sort of continuation TBD, right? So which we got right here, right? Totally fine, right? Totally fine that we had it right over here, right? But this is where the tricky part comes, right? Let's say we take off Wednesday, all right? And we just have Monday and Tuesday. So look at what Monday and Tuesday does on the hourly, all right? So on Monday and Tuesday we just opened. And then look at how the Dow reacted. So it opened right here, took out this high, all-time highs. And another thing is that the Dow took out all-time highs, and then we have bank holiday, right? And that's like during this range. So it was low probability because this day was just, sorry, this entire week was just like we took out this high, right? That's just my process, right? But anyways, I digress once again. We have this range, right, from Monday to Tuesday, right? So if we look closer, right, Monday, how did Monday print exactly? So we opened, right? We gapped up, right? Using, this indicator right here. We gapped up, we traded higher, we made a TBD, we traded back into the range. And then this is where like we made the low of the day for Monday, right? Then we traded higher, right? So then what did Tuesday do? Look at what Tuesday did. Tuesday made a sequential SMT, right? But we just made an immediate pullback right there. Immediate pullback. But here we didn't take out this low. So then what happened? Because we were, bullish, right? And then what did YM do? Right? Because YM will be so low probability, meaning we're only gonna be looking at like these three assets. But because of the coupled, right? This is gonna be a very extremely tricky week, right? Because of the decouple aspect of it, right? But if we're gonna be using YM, right, it took out this highs right here, right? Then we fell back into the range. We still didn't take out this low, right? And keep in mind we already took out these highs for Monday, right? And then for ES, we haven't even we have taken the lows, but for NQ we haven't taken the lows. So what does that mean, right? So this is what a high probability, because like Jacob said, if the YM is doing whatever it's doing, right, the high probability SMTs will be between these two, right? So just using these two, we have this, right? Then if we take this highs right there, then that's like Tuesday's highs. So on Wednesday, what do? We went higher, we made another sequential SMT. So right there, just using this two, right? Let me show this now. By using this two, right? We have this, right? And then what did price do? Price just traded lower. So this day, that's why it's like this day would be, you know, should we? I know like this day we shouldn't obviously trade like low probability days, alright? But during this day, it's. I mean, obviously it's hindsight, but I'm just learning and understanding that um these days, like all of this is looking more like a what do you call it? All of this is looking more like a TPD to SMT, from SMT to TPD, right? If I go like on the daily time frame, but then right here we see a weekly cycle, but then with YM, right? Like I said, I don't know, but with YM, obviously, um, we have this daily cycle, right? Which in quotes, this is a true reversal, but it's low probability, right? Now we have that, but let's just use ES, right? So we ES, we take out this lows, and then ES, what happened on ES? We didn't take out this lows on Wednesday. Now we had an SMT. Now let's say we are not trading Thursday. Obviously, we can't trade Thursday, but look at what we have right here. From this entire range that we had, we've just been range bounding, of course, right? But if we are bullish, right, what do we want to see? We want to see one, an SMT, and two, we want to see more continuation prices higher, right? If you look over here, what is this? We have a TPD, right? this close to this close, right? And then this close, this what am I saying? This close to this close, and then this candle open or close to this close, right? So we also had a weekly cycle, right? So um another thing is that why wouldn't we be calling short prices, right? Because the reason why I'm thinking we wouldn't be calling short prices is because this SMT right here, right? This daily weekly SMT already made another weekly SMT. So think about this. This is like from daily SMT right here to what? A TPD, right? Because this SMT from this high to this high really made this and then also this to go lower and take out this SMT right here. So we made a higher time frame SMT. So of course you would say that we are in a range because currently we are in a range. But on the higher time frame we have a TPD, and you look right here, we have a TPD, right? So if we're going higher and then we are above true open, right? Well, basically in premium right now because look at the close, right? Let's say the open, that's like Tuesday, right? So in premium, we're in premium, this is in discount. So that is obviously low probability, right? Everything needs to be in discount, right? So if we go into the hourly, right? If we go right here, then we keep on going. So how did Thursday print, right? So Thursday, and then Friday. Wait. Yeah, that's 9 p.m. and then boom. Okay. So we have a weekly time frame SMT, right? Now, if we look at the hourly, we have also a confirmation, right? Which is also going to help us because we have, what do we have? We have like a daily time frame TPD, a weekly time frame SMT, and then we have a weekly, wait, where is it? Right. Yeah. We have a weekly, sorry, we have an hourly TPD, right? So, like I said, like I think this week was very advanced, right? I think this was a very advanced week. So, what happened, right? Um, we'll obviously be expecting higher prices, right? We don't want any reasons for shorts, right? So, if we look over here, what happened with just using this, just using this tool, right? Just using actually like screw the wine, but just this two, right? Just using this two, right? What do we see? We see this high and then this high. Obviously, we didn't make an SMT, but for YM, we did make an SMT right there. And then this SMT, this daily cycle, made us go all the way lower to this lows down here. Oops. To this lows down here, right? And then we made a 90-minute cycle SMT, right? So we like play. We tag that and then we just immediate expansion, right? Wait, is my voice recording? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. We have like immediate expansion. So this right here will be our auto block, or yeah, that will be our like auto block, right? Because like this isn't a reversion level right here. That's not a reversion level, but if we use the context of um um like obviously like reversion levels just on a normal or auto block, right? We just have like a big push up and then this and then target and then high prices. But that's all in hindsight, right? That is all in hindsight. But using weighted probabilities, right? Another question is like obviously like we took out these highs, right? On YM. And using weighted probabilities, we don't really see we want this to create obviously the daily cycles to take out this, and that's all we did. And then we didn't even take out this low down here, which is the same lows down here. So that's the SMT right there. So this is what I am picking out from this week, right? That we are only gonna be trading on Fridays because Fridays are technically going to be looking like the high probability day, right? Even though there's no news, and all of this was just consolidation, right? Every single thing that was just happening here was just still consolidation for all of this to happen and for Friday to just go higher. So that's just what I'm saying. Yeah.